Hi, I'm Sandy Schreck, and welcome to LBR Educates. Today we're going to focus on a bridal bouquet that's in an elegant circle and going to be like a clutch style bouquet. This is kind of the start of it, so we'll go through those mechanics. We're going to start, we have a ring set that I've used, and I've taken the two larger pieces here and then applied a little bit of Uglu up at the top to use some ribbon to wrap around to form a handle. So even when I'm doing any kind of ring, I always like to create some kind of handle so that the bride knows where to carry it, and so you don't get the pictures back in there upside down. But we're going to start off with just using Aspidistra to create a structure that we're going to actually glue like a flower corsage onto. So I have my Aspidistra here. I'm using the Variegated for a little bit more character. And then I'm going to come in and just cut off that back stem. So you can see at first, it's not very pliable when the main stem is on. So we take that off to start off with, and then we're going to come here, lay it on, and then I use Uglu strips, and I really like Uglu glue strips, are the 1x3, and you can use the titanium scissors to cut those into any size that you want. So you can cut them down as small as dashes, and so it's a much better value, and they just really have a lot of applications. I'm just going to come there and take off the wax backer and just look where it's going to line up. Fold it over, and then I'm going to come here and just bring that leaf around. Come around with that next leaf. So I'm just going to finish that circle up. So here's our base for our elegant circle, and you can see that I think I've got about 6 Aspidistra leaves that are going to cover right there. Our next step is to take 2 of these strips and place them right into the middle, and this is what we're going to start applying our floral materials to. So I just take my finger, press over that Uglu, and that friction from that melts that Uglu a little bit and allows it to stick very easily to that surface. So the next thing we're going to do is add some of the lily grass, and what I want to do is kind of extend it out the ends. So I'm just place. So you can see that that'll extend our line out. And then next what I want to do is create a little bit more depth and dimension right here. So we're going to apply another strip over the top so I have a surface to tap into. That'll help to lock, because these are more in motion, that'll help to lock that in. So there you can see I've kind of created a bow structure with the lily grass, and it just gives me a lot more depth and dimension. And next we're going to glue the floral materials on with the floral adhesive. So I use the Oasis Floral Adhesive. So I'll attach my foliages and my fillers with the Uglu to the structure, and then come in with the flowers using the Oasis Floral Adhesive. So here we have our flowers ready to go. I kind of have a little bit of a gluing pad here that I use, also known as a piece of paper. But on the floral adhesive, I'm going to give it a little bit of a squeeze and come and on here, because I know that this bouquet is going to be in motion, going to do a little bit heavier on the floral adhesive, especially on the roses that are a heavier material. So a little bit more than I would normally on corsage work. But come in and I'll apply the glue to all the materials. Then lastly, I'm going to add in some textural elements. So I've got some of the Hypericum here, and then also any of my spots, and on roses too, sometimes they tip, and so I'll use the green trick Hypericum. In this case I use the dip method, so I'm going to come in with a little puddle of glue, come in here and then use that green trick just as a supporting element, and it will hide any potential glue that might be exposed, and it's just a good finishing touch on it and brings that kind of lighter color into it and a little bit of a different textural element. So as I'm going to kind of put this pink Hypericum, when I look at it a little bit more from the side, there's quite a bit of white showing versus the pink. So I could color enhance that to get that to be a little bit darker color. But instead I am just going to switch to some green Hypericum. So I still get that textural element of the Hypericum, but not adding so much white to that, because it just takes away from the cleanness of the foliage and stuff, I feel. Here's our elegant circle clutch style bouquet. You can see that it's really a kind of corsage that's glued onto the surface on the front side. You could do a mirror image and glue another one onto the back side to give a little bit more depth and dimension as well. Thanks for watching, and make sure and go over to our LBR Educates Wedding and Corsage section on our playlist and check out some of the other videos. So I hope that I inspired you to create some fabulous bridal bouquets. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this video so we can create some more fabulous content for you.